Imagine for a moment the power that lies within you, a power so vast, so profound, that it shapes the very fabric of your reality. This power is not outside of you, it is you. You are the creator of your world. Your imagination is the divine tool, the sacred instrument through which all things are brought into being. If you want to manifest anything, wealth, love, health, peace, or success, the key is not in struggling harder in the physical world, but in the mastery of your imagination. This is the secret the mystics have known throughout the ages, and the truth I am here to share with you today. Many live their lives unaware that their imagination is the soil where their future is planted. Instead, they look outward, believing the world controls their fate. But I tell you now, the world you see around you is nothing but the reflection of your own inner state. Your imagination forms your external world like a sculptor shapes clay. The question is, do you want to remain a passive observer of your circumstances, or will you awaken to your divine role as the creator of your destiny? To begin, understand this. Imagination is not a mere fantasy or daydream. It is the very essence of your consciousness. It is the faculty by which you perceive, create, and live. Every invention, every masterpiece, every achievement in history was once an image in someone's imagination. Your thoughts, your mental pictures, your feelings are all seeds sown into the fertile ground of your subconscious, where they grow and manifest into reality. Manifestation is not about wishful thinking. It is not about hoping or waiting for the universe to deliver what you want. It is about living in the end, embodying the feeling of your desire already fulfilled. This is the law that governs all creation. The moment you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you impress that state upon your subconscious, and it begins to work in your favor to bring your desire into your physical experience. How then do you use imagination to manifest anything? The first step is to imagine with conviction and clarity. Close your eyes and create a vivid mental scene that implies your desire is already a reality. Do not imagine the process or the steps it might take to get there. Imagine the end result fully realized. For example, if you desire a new home, do not picture the real estate listings or the hard work involved in buying it. Imagine yourself inside that home, feeling the joy, comfort, and peace it brings. See yourself living that reality, hear the sounds, smell the scents, and most importantly, feel the emotions of that fulfilled desire. Feelings are the secret ingredient. It is feeling that breathes life into your imagination. When you imagine your desire, do so with the feeling of satisfaction and gratitude, as if you have already received it. This feeling stamps the image upon your subconscious mind, which accepts it as a fact. The subconscious does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts whatever you feed it with feeling as true. You must practice this mental discipline every day, especially just before you sleep. In those moments between waking and sleeping, your mind is most receptive. Use this sacred time to impress your subconscious with your chosen scene. Enter into it as if it is a living, breathing reality. Repeat this night after night, and watch how your outer world begins to shift to match your inner vision. Many ask, but what if I don't see immediate results? What if my circumstances stay the same? I tell you, patience and persistence are part of the process. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner state, but it may take time for the new state to manifest. Do not grow impatient and fall back into old patterns of doubt and disbelief. Those are the very forces that block your manifestation. Instead, remain faithful to your imagined state and live as if with unwavering confidence. Do not waste your imagination on what you do not want. Avoid thinking about lack, failure, or fear. These images, too, impress your subconscious and become your reality. Your imagination is like a garden. If you plant weeds, you will harvest weeds. If you plant roses, you will harvest roses. Guard your imagination carefully and consciously choose what you dwell upon. You may wonder how this law works in the face of obstacles, people, or circumstances that seem contrary to your desire. Understand that nothing outside you can prevent your manifestation. Your imagination is the only reality maker. The external world is always adapting and shifting to reflect the state within you. When you change your inner vision, the outer world must follow. The people, events, and conditions will conform to the image you hold in your mind. This is why imagination is a sacred act. It is the act of creation itself. God, as the Bible teaches, spoke the world into existence. You, made in that divine image, do the same through your imagination. Every time you imagine with feeling, you are participating in creation. This is not magic. It is the eternal law of consciousness. The practice is simple but requires faith and discipline. Begin each day with a clear vision of what you desire. Create a mental movie where you are the main actor, living the life you want. Engage all your senses and feelings. See the colors, hear the sounds, feel the emotions. Let it be so real that when you awaken, the memory lingers and colors your day with hope and certainty. Throughout the day, guard your thoughts. Whenever you find yourself drifting into doubt or negative thinking, gently return your mind to your chosen scene. Repeat silently or aloud affirmations that reinforce your belief. For example, I am living in my new home now, or I am enjoying perfect health, or I am wealthy beyond measure. These affirmations are not mere words but declarations of your inner reality. At night, as you prepare for sleep, enter your scene once again. Lie quietly and imagine the details, especially the feeling of fulfillment. Let this be the last thing you think of before you fall asleep. This way, you impress your subconscious mind with your desire as a fact. Your subconscious will then begin to adjust your waking circumstances accordingly. One of the greatest barriers to manifestation is impatience and disbelief. Many fail because they do not persist long enough to see the fruit of their imagination. Remember, your desire is already yours in the invisible realm. It is only a matter of time before the physical world catches up. Trust the process and live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. That trust is the magnet that draws your desire to you. There is no need to worry about how or when. Do not be concerned with the how. The how belongs to the universe. Your job is to live from the end, to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and let your imagination do its sacred work. You may also ask, how do I know if I am imagining correctly? The answer lies in your feeling. If you feel peace, joy, gratitude, and certainty, you are on the right path. If you feel doubt, fear, or confusion, you are resisting. Your imagination must be calm, focused, and filled with the emotion of fulfillment. The power of imagination is so great that it is always working. When you are unaware, it works unconsciously, creating outcomes based on habitual thoughts and beliefs. But when you bring conscious awareness to your imagination, you direct it with purpose and intention. This conscious imagining is the key to manifesting anything you desire. Now let me share a practical example to illustrate this principle. Suppose you want financial abundance. Do not focus on the lack or bills. Instead, close your eyes and imagine yourself counting a stack of money, feeling the security and freedom it provides. Hear the sound of your bank notifications. Smell the leather of your new wallet. See yourself happily paying for the things you love. Feel the gratitude for your prosperity as if it is already yours. Repeat this scene daily, especially before sleep, and watch as opportunities, ideas, and resources begin to flow into your life. Another example is in relationships. If you desire love, do not imagine the absence or loneliness. Imagine yourself in a happy relationship. Feel the love, the laughter, the warmth. Picture the shared moments and conversations. Feel the joy of being loved and loving in return. Live in this feeling constantly, and you will attract the right person who matches your imagined state. Even health can be improved by imagination. Imagine yourself healthy, strong, and full of vitality. Feel the energy flowing through your body. See your reflection vibrant and radiant. Let this image become so real that your body responds and aligns with your vision. Remember, your imagination is the foundation upon which your world is built. It is the invisible architect that constructs your reality. When you imagine with feeling, you plant seeds that grow into your outer experience. When you imagine doubt or fear, you plant seeds of limitation. I urge you now to take control of your imagination. Do not be passive. Be the master of your inner world. Create with confidence and faith. Let your imagination be the blueprint of your life. And as you live in the end, as if your desire is already fulfilled, You will see the invisible become visible, the impossible become possible, and your dreams come to life. In closing, remember this fundamental truth. Imagination creates reality. Whatever you imagine with feeling and faith, you become and attract. Your imagination is God's gift to you, the divine power within. Use it wisely, use it faithfully, and manifest anything your heart desires. Now go forth with this knowledge, and live the life you imagine. The kingdom is yours. As you begin to understand this truth more deeply, you will see that nothing can resist the law of imagination. When you conceive an image in your mind that is charged with feeling and unwavering faith, it sets in motion the unseen forces of your being. These forces will organize circumstances, people, and events in such a way that your imagined reality emerges. The secret is not in the physical effort you exert, but in the inner act of creation. You must learn to discipline your imagination, for it is like a mighty river that carves valleys and shapes mountains. If left uncontrolled, it can erode your peace and drown you in fear. But when directed with purpose, it becomes a channel of divine manifestation, bringing forth the fruits of your desires with effortless grace. Practice makes perfect. At first your mind may resist or wander. You may doubt the power of your imagination, because your senses tell you otherwise. But the senses are limited to the present moment. They reflect only what is already visible. Imagination, however, transcends time and space. It reaches into the invisible realm, where all possibilities exist, and brings them into form. Do not be discouraged by what you see around you now. What you see is a reflection of past imaginations, not your present choice. You are not bound by yesterday's thoughts. You can change your world by changing what you imagine today. It is always possible to begin anew, for imagination is ever ready to create a new state of being. Let your imagination be your sanctuary. Retreat into it daily, if only for a few moments, and live in the joy of your fulfilled desire. It is in this secret place that your wish is born and nurtured. The outer world may try to convince you otherwise, but remain faithful to your inner vision. It is the only truth that matters. Understand too, that your imagination is always speaking to your subconscious. Your subconscious is like fertile soil, responding to every seed you plant. It does not argue, judge, or question. It simply accepts what you impress upon it and works tirelessly to manifest it in your life. Therefore, the importance of imagining with feeling cannot be overstated. Without feeling, your images remain dry and lifeless, unable to germinate in the soil of the subconscious. Feeling is the water and sunlight that cause your mental seeds to sprout and grow. Cultivate the feeling of your wish fulfilled with every fiber of your being. If you find yourself struggling to evoke the feeling, begin with gratitude. Gratitude is the natural state of fulfillment. Be grateful for what you have now, and express gratitude in advance for what you desire. Gratitude opens the heart and aligns your vibration with the reality you seek. Another way to deepen your imaginative power is through sensory involvement. Imagine not just the sight of your desire, but also the sound, taste, smell, and touch. Make your mental scene as rich and detailed as possible. The more senses you engage, the more real it becomes to your subconscious, and the faster it moves to bring it forth. Be cautious, however, not to mix your imagination with worry or fear. These conflicting emotions create confusion within the subconscious and delay manifestation. When you catch yourself slipping into negative emotions, gently return to your chosen scene and feeling. Repeat the process with patience and kindness toward yourself. Remember that imagination is not merely about creating what you want. It also molds who you become. By imagining yourself living your desire, you are changing your identity. You are telling your subconscious that this is who you are now. And as your identity changes, so does your world. This is why acting as if is so powerful. When you live from the state of having your desire fulfilled, your subconscious has no choice but to respond accordingly. You begin to think, speak, and act differently. Your behavior aligns with your new reality, and circumstances begin to mirror your internal state. Let go of the idea that manifestation is a distant goal. It is already present within you. Your imagination reveals it to you before it appears in the physical. Your task is to believe in this invisible reality so firmly that it overtakes the visible world. At times you may experience moments of doubt or confusion. These are natural. The mind is used to its habitual patterns. But do not let these moments deter you.
Return to your scene with renewed faith. Keep the mental image alive, and let it grow stronger each day. You may also want to consider the power of repetition. Repetition impresses your desire upon the subconscious with greater force. Like a repeated melody, your imagined scene becomes a tune your subconscious hums until it brings forth the manifestation. Avoid mixing multiple desires in one session, as this can dilute your focus. Concentrate on one clear, single desire, and imagine it fully until it is planted firmly in your subconscious mind. The state of sleep is especially important. During sleep, the conscious mind rests, and the subconscious is most receptive. Use this time to feed your subconscious with the feeling of fulfillment. The last thoughts before sleep are seeds that will grow into your next day's reality. Furthermore, learn to trust the process. Do not question how the universe will arrange things. The how is the concern of the infinite intelligence within you. Your responsibility is to assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and live from that state with unwavering faith. Many people try to force manifestations through desperate effort or external actions, but this only creates resistance. True manifestation is effortless, when your imagination is aligned with your desire. Like a magnet, you will attract circumstances that correspond to your inner state. Let your imagination become your sanctuary and your creative workshop. Return to it daily. Make it a habit to live in the end, and to nurture your inner vision. Watch how your outer world transforms in response. You may be surprised at how quickly things begin to change once you commit to this practice. Doors open, ideas come, people appear, and your desire seems to manifest from thin air. This is the power of conscious imagining. Remember, your imagination is not separate from you. It is your consciousness, your very self. When you imagine, you are not creating something foreign, but revealing what already exists in the infinite realm. This understanding will give you confidence. You are never alone or powerless. The creative power is within you at all times. Your imagination is the channel through which you express that power. Use it wisely. Use it boldly. Do not hesitate or shrink back. Imagine your desire with all the intensity of your soul. Let it fill you, and become your dominant feeling. This feeling is your invitation to the universe. Be patient but persistent. Do not let temporary circumstances shake your faith. Stay focused, stay joyful, and keep your mental picture vivid and alive. The world you desire is waiting to be imagined into existence by you. Do not delay. Begin now, and let your imagination create a life beyond your wildest dreams. As you become a master of your imagination, you will find that manifestation is not about chasing after things, but about becoming the person who naturally attracts those things. You will come to see that your imagination is your kingdom, and you are its king or queen. Rule wisely, create boldly, and live fully in the reality you imagine. Never forget, imagination is the secret door to the fulfillment of your every desire. Step through it daily, and watch your life transform in miraculous ways. Let the faith in your imagination be unshakable. Live your desires now, in the inner world, and the outer world will bow before your creative power. Your imagination is your divine instrument. Play it skillfully, and the universe will compose for you a symphony of miracles. This is the power that lies within you, waiting to be awakened and used. Trust it, honor it, and manifest anything your heart truly desires. As you persist in this practice, you will notice subtle shifts in your daily life. Events will begin to unfold in ways that defy your previous understanding of cause and effect. People will appear at the right time. Doors will open effortlessly, and opportunities will present themselves as if drawn by an invisible thread. These are not coincidences, but manifestations of the assumption you have embraced through your imagination. The moment you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the world outside must conform, for it is nothing more than the mirror of your inner state. When doubt attempts to creep in, remember that doubt is merely a contradiction to your assumption. It arises when the senses and imagination clash. The senses tell you what is, while imagination reveals what shall be. Do not give your attention to the senses. Instead, turn fully to your imaginative act. Feel the reality of your desire, as present, certain, and complete. Feel it with all the emotional intensity you can muster. Your feeling is the ladder by which your imagined reality descends into physical form.
The strength of your imaginative act is measured not by its complexity, but by its vividness and consistency. A simple, clear scene, repeated with feeling, night after night, is more potent than a complex narrative thoughtlessly constructed. The subconscious delights in clarity. It moves with greater speed when given a clear and compelling image to work upon. It is important to guard against interference from the waking mind's habitual thoughts. The mind will try to convince you that your desire is impossible or unlikely because of present conditions. This is the test of faith. Your imagination is the battleground where you must fight and win. Each time you return to your chosen state of consciousness, despite opposition, you strengthen your power to manifest. Sometimes your desire may appear delayed or hidden behind obstacles. This is not a failure, but part of the unfolding process. The subconscious is preparing the perfect conditions to bring your wish forth in the best possible way. Do not rush or force the manifestation. Trust that it is arriving in divine timing. Your job is to remain fixed in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, regardless of external appearances. Imagination is also your tool for healing and transformation. When you imagine health, peace, or success as already yours, you alter your inner landscape. This new state attracts corresponding outer conditions. You are not manifesting something outside of you, but uncovering the reality that already exists in your consciousness. Learn to use your imagination not only for personal gain, but for the good of others. Imagine harmony in your relationships, prosperity in your community, and peace in the world. The law is impartial. The more goodwill and positive feeling you generate, the more power your imagination wields. As you grow in this art, you will come to realize that your imagination is a sacred trust. It is the creative faculty given to you by the infinite intelligence. To misuse it is to limit yourself. To use it wisely and lovingly is to open the floodgates of abundance. Meditation and quiet moments aid this process greatly. In silence, the mind relaxes and imagination flows freely. Make it a daily habit to enter this state, to visualize and to feel your desired reality as if it were now. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the faster your manifestations appear. Notice how your world begins to reflect your internal changes. People treat you differently, circumstances shift, and a new confidence arises. This is the evidence that your imagination is working, that your subconscious is responding, and that your outer reality is molding itself to your inner conviction. In time, you will understand that imagination is not merely a tool, but the very essence of your existence. The universe is an expression of consciousness, and your consciousness is the soil in which your reality grows. By tending your imagination, you are tending your life. This knowledge brings freedom and responsibility. Freedom to create whatever you desire. Responsibility to maintain purity of thought and feeling. The quality of your imagination determines the quality of your life. When you imagine, you are shaping not only your present, but your future. Every image you entertain seeds the garden of your coming days. Therefore, choose your images carefully. Plant only those that bring you joy, peace, and fulfillment. Your imagination can also be a refuge from fear and worry. When troubled, retreat into the scene of your fulfilled desire. Let it calm your mind and uplift your spirit. This inner retreat is the birthplace of miracles. Never underestimate the power of your imagination. It is the bridge between desire and fulfillment, the doorway through which your dreams enter reality. Cultivate it daily, nurture it with faith and feeling, and watch your world transform before your eyes. As you master this practice, you will find that nothing is impossible. Your imagination shapes all that you see and all that you are. It is your most faithful ally, always ready to serve your highest good. Remain steadfast, hold fast to your vision. Let your imagination be a flame that burns bright, lighting your path and warming your heart. In this sacred space, your desires take form, and your life becomes a masterpiece of your own creation. The power lies within you, waiting to be awakened and harnessed. Use your imagination wisely, boldly, and lovingly. Manifest your world from the invisible to the visible with unwavering conviction. Your life is your canvas,
and your imagination is the brush. Paint with confidence, knowing that the picture you create within will one day stand before you in radiant reality. Each day is an opportunity to imagine anew, to recreate yourself and your world. Do not waste it on doubt or fear. Instead, step into the power of your creative imagination and manifest the life you truly desire. You are the dreamer and the dream. Through your imagination, all things become possible. Embrace this truth, live it fully, and your world will reflect the magnificent reality you have imagined. The universe waits for your command, and your imagination is that command. Speak it with feeling, live it with faith, and the manifestation is yours. Your imagination is not a mere pastime or idle fantasy, it is the very essence of your creative power. When you awaken to this reality, you realize that everything you see around you began as a mere thought, a subtle image in someone's mind. The world is the externalization of countless imaginations working in harmony or discord. And now, you too hold that power. The power to shape your reality through the deliberate use of your imagination. Every moment you are imagining something. Whether you realize it or not, your imagination is continually crafting your experience. If you are not consciously creating the scenes of your desire, then you are allowing unconscious thoughts and beliefs to dictate your life. This is why mastery of imagination is crucial. It places you firmly in the driver's seat of your destiny. Consider how a child imagines a world of wonder, castles, heroes, adventures. That imagination is pure and powerful because it is not burdened by doubt or limitation. When you recapture this childlike state, you unlock a wellspring of creative energy. It is in the simplicity and sincerity of your imagination that miracles occur. Use your imagination as a rehearsal for your future. Each time you imagine your wish fulfilled, you are practicing being in that reality. You train your subconscious to accept it as true. This rehearsal molds your identity, and identity is the key to manifestation. You become the person who naturally lives the reality you imagine. There is no need to force or strain. Manifestation flows naturally when your imagination is aligned with your deepest feeling of fulfillment. The universe operates by effortless laws, and your role is to harmonize with those laws through imagination. Sometimes you may find that your manifestations appear in unexpected ways. This is the wisdom of the subconscious and the infinite intelligence. It knows the best path to bring your desire, even if it differs from your expectations. Trust this process. Your imagination sets the destination, but the universe charts the road. Beware of impatience and frustration. These emotions block the flow of manifestation. Instead, cultivate patience and joy. Celebrate small signs of progress. Recognize each step as a confirmation that your imagination is at work. Your imagination also serves as a shield against negative influences. When the world seems chaotic or discouraging, retreat into your inner vision. This retreat restores your power and centers your consciousness on what you truly want. Practice imagining as if you are already there. Feel the sensations, hear the sounds, see the colors, taste the sweetness of your fulfilled desire. Make it so vivid that it becomes your dominant experience. The subconscious cannot distinguish between real and vividly imagined experience. It accepts what you impress upon it as fact. As your imaginative power grows, so does your ability to transform your life. You will find yourself effortlessly attracting the people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with your vision. This is the magic of living from the end, the state of having already achieved your desire. Use your imagination not only for material gain, but for emotional and spiritual growth. Imagine yourself calm, confident, loving, and wise. These qualities, when imagined and felt, will manifest in your personality and life experiences. Remember, your imagination is a sacred gift. Use it consciously and with reverence. It is the channel through which divine creation flows into your personal experience. Guard it against doubt, fear, and disbelief. Make imagining a daily ritual. Before sleep, during quiet moments, and whenever you can, enter your inner world and live your fulfilled desire. This sustained mental discipline is the path to mastery. In moments of silence and stillness, your imagination is most receptive and potent. Use this time to deepen your connection to your inner vision. The subconscious mind listens most attentively in these states. You are not alone in this creative process. The universe conspires with your imagination. It is an intelligent and benevolent force ready to bring forth your desires when you align yourself with it through feeling and faith. Do not be discouraged by apparent delays or setbacks. These are but shadows that fade as you keep your mental picture clear and your feelings steady. Your unwavering faith is the light that dissolves all obstacles. Your imagination is your divine laboratory. Experiment with it fearlessly. Test different scenes, emotions, and assumptions. Notice what resonates and what feels false. Refine your imaginative acts until they become effortless and joyful. As you do this work, you awaken to the truth that all things are possible. Your imagination opens doors to worlds unseen and realities yet to be experienced. It is the gateway to abundance, happiness, health, and love. Keep your mind free from contradictory thoughts. Doubt is the enemy of manifestation. When doubt arises, acknowledge it without judgment, and return quickly to your scene of fulfillment. Replace uncertainty with certainty through repetition and feeling. Your imagination is your kingdom. Reign over it with love and confidence. Create scenes that bring you peace and joy. Your inner world is the soil in which your life grows. Manifestation is not about chasing external goals, but about aligning your inner world with your desires. When your imagination and feeling are one, the outer world cannot help but conform. Allow your imagination to lead you to higher states of being. Imagine yourself as already the person who has what you want. Live that identity in your mind, and your reality will follow. Your power is in your assumption. Assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Persist in this assumption. It is this mental and emotional state that shapes your destiny. No matter what your current circumstances, know that your imagination can transform them. You are not a victim of your environment, but the creator of it. Use your imagination wisely. Be deliberate, consistent, and faithful. The universe honors your inner conviction. Each moment you spend imagining your desire fulfilled is a moment building your future reality. Guard your thoughts. Choose them with care. Your imagination is the seed, and your life is the harvest. Sow wisely. Tend diligently. Know that every great achievement in history began as an imagined idea, conceived in the mind of a person who believed it was possible. You are that person now. Imagine boldly. Imagine freely. Imagine with all your heart. Your imagination is the instrument of your freedom, the key to your happiness, and the pathway to your dreams. Use it, trust it, live it, and watch as the world around you transforms in response to the invisible power of your creative mind. The life you desire is waiting, already created in the realm of imagination. Step into it. Live it fully in your mind, and it will manifest before you. Never forget, you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul, and the sovereign of your imagination. The creative power within you is infinite. Harness it through vivid imagining, unwavering faith, and feeling. Manifestation is your birthright. Claim it now, and live the life you were always meant to live. Your imagination is the magic wand that transforms dreams into reality. Wave it with confidence and joy. The universe awaits your command. Give it with certainty and watch miracles unfold. This is the secret of all creation, the power to imagine, to assume, and to receive. Let this power be your guide, your strength, and your joy every day. There is no limit to what you can manifest when you master the art of imagination. Your destiny is in your hands. Imagine it, feel it, live it, and the universe will answer with abundance, love, and fulfillment beyond your wildest dreams. Remember this truth above all else. Your imagination is not just a fleeting thought. It is the very foundation of your reality. What you hold vividly and faithfully in your mind, you bring forth into existence. You are the living creator of your life, and by mastering your imagination, you hold the key to unlock infinite possibilities. Let no doubt shake you, no fear deter you, and no circumstance bind you. Stand firm in the knowing that the power to manifest anything you desire resides within you, always ready to respond to your unwavering assumption and heartfelt feeling. Claim this power now. Live as if your wish is already fulfilled, and watch how the universe conspires to make your imagined world your tangible reality. Your destiny is yours to create. Imagine boldly, believe deeply, and manifest magnificently.